All right, folks, let's get this video started. Can we hear it? I think I hear a train leaving the station. What a perfect time to start the video. Thank you for tuning in. It's a Monday morning update. We have Binance pumping after a deal has now been linked from Bloomberg that the Department of Justice is seeking over $4 billion from Binance, and Binance may end up settling up here. It looks like they still have the ability to go after CZ, but I'm going to break this one down here real quick. I wasn't quite ready to go, but the train was rolling. I thought, what a perfect intro. Thanks for stopping by. Got a fresh cup of coffee, and we're going to get right on into this update. Binance in talks to pay more than $4 billion to end U.S. criminal case. CZ could still face charges. This is coming from Bloomberg. A resolution could come as soon as the end of this month, Bloomberg reports. Now, leave it to crypto. Let me pull up the chart for you guys. This is absolutely ridiculous. Binance coin pumping up over 10% off of this news. Here's your chart. It's starting to fall back down. I don't know how well. I guess I forgot that I'm in panoramic mode and I got the face lock on. So you can't see. I don't know if I can put this in front of my face. There you go. If I put it in front of my face. $257 for Binance BNB coin, but it was up above 260, trading below 230 here earlier this morning. So up over about 10%. BNB coin, leave it to crypto, right? And this could be a settlement here that puts kind of the case behind Binance, but we still have a lot of questions about the future of Binance going forward. And I think that they will end up, coming into compliance. Binance US, obviously, supposed to be a separate entity versus the worldwide Binance Corporation. But nonetheless, we'll see what the future of Binance is in the United States jurisdiction. But without a doubt, it just is never with fail. The crypto space here pumping off that news this morning. Now, I wanted to share a couple other updates with you guys here real quick. If you look across, Fidelity Global just announced that their CEO is going to be stepping down. We've been covering how a lot of CEOs have been jumping off the ship. And we also have Citibank, which has just started another round of layoffs today. They're going to be laying off over 7,000 employees so far this year, is what they've already done. And we have another round that's going to be starting today. And tens of thousands of jobs are expected to be lost here. Now, I'm not here to joke. I'm not here to make fun. This is legitimate. People are losing their livelihood. But to all those in the soft landing crowd, are we still meeting the definition of a soft landing out here? When you're losing well-paying jobs, not, Citi's one example. And the reason why I want to highlight that too is it relates back to the financial system. A reset is underway of the banking system and the financial infrastructure as we know it. The new rails, are going digital on DLT. They're going to use AI. They don't need thousands of locations across the country. And so this is hitting the banking sector right now with Citi announcing that, Fidelity announcing that their Fidelity Global CEO is going to be stepping down. And then along with this one, Citibank massive layoffs. You're also seeing that people are jumping off ship on Binance right now. And then, of course, the big headline this weekend was Sam Altman getting kicked out of his role at OpenAI. Now, I'm not too big into the AI stuff, but I did notice that. But in regards to this, Binance once again pumping $50 million worth of leverage. Just looking at this tweet here from Crypto Insight UK. Over 50 million worth of leverage to bet long on Binance right now. Folks, as I shared in my article this morning, it's so clear. I'm about to be putting out a separate video, my final XRP warning, guys. Our time to get this asset under $1 is running out. Our time to pick up the suppressed assets in regards to the commodities is running out. I shared it in the chart this morning, the commodities to equities ratio. It's been at the lowest level ever. Now it's about to shift, as it does every recession, every crisis that we have. The commodities to equities ratio tilts back towards commodities. This thing's about to climb and rip. So you're talking about gold, silver, and other. I mentioned real utility with no counterparty risk. That's what I'm investing in. It's so simple. And in regards to the crypto space, the article that I shared this morning, Forbes, $33 trillion warning, and it's in regards to the debt crisis. And the most recent, update before that was the $17 trillion crypto earthquake. And they're finding these little data points. They're sharing them as headlines. This is clickbait, obviously. But can you back up the trillions that they're talking about? Absolutely. And that's the point that I've been trying to make. right? Is Forbes clickbaiting us? Yes, there's all sorts of clickbait on the internet, right? I try to back up everything that's in the title and the thumbnail. And as always, I just keep it real with you guys. And by keeping it real, that's me getting incredibly excited about not just $17 trillion crypto earthquake, not just the $33 trillion debt crisis. We talk about the $120 trillion of unfunded liabilities on top of that as well. But we're talking about the hundreds of trillions in the securities, the stock and the bond market as well. We're talking about hundreds of trillions, quadrillions even in the derivatives market. That's why I remain so excited. And where we're at right now is at the brink of the next bull run beginning for crypto digital assets. And XRP, XLM, take a look. XRP probably never going to trade below $1 again, right? And then XLM probably never going to be trading below 10 cents again, right? These coins go to levels and then they're never going to be coming back to the prices that we now see here today. Now we will have significant pullbacks as we always do. There's going to be massive sell-offs for XRP, XLM. Suppressed assets that finally break out, there's going to be people hitting the exits. We're already seeing people hit the exits before we've got to the flip of the switch because times are getting so tough. So I just keep it real. I'm not here to make fun of the mass layoffs. I'm not here to make fun of the stock market collapsing. I'm not here to make fun of Americans losing $5.9 trillion worth of wealth last year. The reason why I make a joke is so that we can have a laugh, but so that I can confront the people that have been cheerleading, soft landing, Fed has won the fight against inflation, everything's happy slappy, as long as my stocks go up, everything's okay. The reality on the streets, the Main Street economy, which is what really runs this country here in the United States, over 50% of the jobs are small to medium enterprises. The situation on the ground is much different from NVIDIA stock pumps today. Oh, my stocks went up. Everything's okay. And what we're looking at today is going to be another $20 billion, I think maybe 19 or 20 billion worth of 20-year treasury bonds that are going to be auctioned off today. And I think they have like 16 billion of them worth to sell. Got to get my numbers right. So who's going to be the buyer? Once again, at the last treasury auction that we just had, we had the longest tail that we've had since the great financial crisis. Does that meet the definition of a soft landing? So that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to call out these BS narratives and then also prepare our people. There's an article that's running around right now, and it's in regards to the Bank of America's reporting an over $100 trillion transfer of wealth to boomers. Now, the transfer of wealth, this is why I call it the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. It's already happening. $100 trillion worth of wealth passed to boomers through their portfolios and their 401ks and their stocks going up and their real estate going up. But the data point that I just gave you is what folks are missing. We just took a $6 trillion haircut last year. We had the worst year ever for our bonds. So when you can't find safety in bonds, when we just had our longest tail since the great financial crisis at the most recent treasury auction, and they want to issue another 16 billion of 20-year treasury bonds. Do you want to do a deal with the U.S. government for 20 years? I'll tell you what deal I want to do with the U.S. government for 30 years. Well, it's actually not with the U.S. government. The U.S. government and their Fannie, Freddie, and the whole scheme keeps the mortgage industry propped up, and they're the reason why we have the 30-year mortgage, and now they're going to 40-year mortgage. But I mean, shoot, if you can do a 30-year fixed rate debt at, so many of you guys got in at 2-3%, what one hell of a deal, because your interest rate is lower than the rate of inflation. You're getting paid to borrow essentially, right? There's no cost to borrow because your debt is getting destroyed. The more inflation that we get, the more your debt is getting wiped out. So if you're using debt properly, which they don't teach us this in schools, of course, if you're using debt properly to buy cash flowing assets and you're going to be able to service your debt, you're going to be fine. And that, in fact, that's how you generate wealth and pay almost no taxes. That's the whole game plan here. But the waves, the transfer of wealth, it's already here. It's already happening. And so for me, it's just an effort to show up every single day, make sure that we get our community on the right side of the transfer. If you're looking to get tapped in with my group, we just did another fantastic Discord weekly call every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific. That's 11:30 Eastern. We meet in the Discord group every Saturday. And then we're dropping additional tactical wealth lessons, business development content, and then we can analyze deals within the group over there as well, too. So an incredible opportunity to get tapped in with us if you want to, have someone right alongside you to look over deals, to talk about your crypto portfolios, to help you move wallets, exchanges, this whole crypto game. If you're new, just trying to figure it out. And this is why I'm so excited, because we have a lot of new people that are going to be coming in. And so my goal is to help save as many of those folks from falling for the same traps that I fell for, going all in on Bitcoin, right? Completely missing XRP until I was like, I don't know, maybe a year into crypto, I guess. Not even that long. It didn't take me that long to find XRP, actually. I first started investing in 2018 in crypto, and then by 2019, I was going all in on XRP. Now I've diversified slightly, but the bottom line is stacking utility with no counterparty risk, being in control of your life, your business, your investments. That's true freedom. And that's my hope, that's my wish, that's my prayer for everyone in this community. If you appreciate the message, you appreciate the updates, we're going to watch this one. The deal has been leaked, and I don't know if it meant to be leaked or not, but we're going to see whether or not this deal actually ends up getting done. Binance, I mean, do they have 4 billion? If they don't, I guess they can just go to the Paxos Treasury and print those Binance USD, just like we talked about in January of this year that started the whole crypto pump, was Binance USD getting printed hundreds of millions at a time. So I guess if Binance wants to get it going, they can get it going. And we already see Binance pumping off that. So the manipulation, the fraud, all of this is getting cleaned up, the rules for the road. And once we get that laid, the institutional earthquakes of 17 trillion, 30 trillion, that's just the start. And that's probably going to be achieved by 2030. 10 to 30 trillion by 2030 is my expectation. And I think that we could surpass 10 trillion by 2025 in this next bull run. Very well could. XRP slated to take over Ethereum once again, take over that 2 spot. And why the heck can't it take over Bitcoin as well? Let me know in the comments down below. Are we just going to surpass Ethereum, or are we going to surpass Bitcoin as well this next bull run? Or maybe neither. Appreciate you guys stopping by here once again. Monday, we're going to be watching. This is a short week. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Everything can be found on my website, ZachRector.com. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.